Much of back to school, and these days that means more than pen and paper. Technology can help your kids in the classroom. Joining me this morning is Dave Hatter with Definity Partners. You said you're in the middle of this right now. You're in the thick of it, right?
I am. I have 4 kids, all of which will go back to school next week.
You have 2 in Cupcalf. You got another 2 at the bottom, right?
2 at St. Agnes, yeah.
St. Agnes.
Literally senior, freshman, 8th grader, kindergarten. What's the likelihood, right?
It's all planned out, man. So let's talk about technology. When we were growing up, we were talking how we used flashcards to study. Now there's like technology that can help you do that.
Yeah,
right?
there's actually flashcard software out there. In some cases, it's designed to let you print out manual flashcards. In others, you can kind of build literally like online tests. So you have to go through and set it up.
Right.
And kind of like you said off the air, by writing it out and then going through it and repeating it over and over, it's a great way to kind of burn it in your brain. I've always found flashcards to be incredibly effective for me as a way to study. And another software that makes it so much easier to do and or test yourself electronically. It's pretty cool.
Okay, let's talk about actual technology. Like, what can I bring to the classroom that could help my kids?
Well, I think the first question you got to ask is, for whatever school your kids are going to, are they going to require any kind of particular platform? Because, a lot of schools have started to say you got to have an iPad or something.
Sure.
I think it also is pretty grade level specific. In many cases, a college now is going to give you some kind of computer or something. So the first thing is to understand what's out there. And the second thing is, if they don't force a requirement on you, I would suggest you're probably still going to be better off in the long run giving your kids some kind of more traditional computer than a notebook or than a tablet, simply because, a notebook, because it's got a full-size keyboard, and if you're going to do any kind of real work, especially like editing photos or, real actual content generation, not just sending emails and so forth, it's typically going to be better. The software is still much better in the notebook kind of platform, whether it's a Mac or a Windows machine, than a tablet.
Yeah, but wouldn't you be scared to buy your son, who's in 9th grade at Cupcalf, a computer that might be outdated by the time he goes to college?
Well, the thing, Rob, that's a really excellent point.
Yeah.
And it probably will be. But the good news is the prices come down so much on these things. You can go to a place like Tiger Direct, which is probably my favorite online wholesaler. And especially this time of year, they'll run all kind of specials. While, $300 to $400 is certainly not chump change, you can buy a pretty powerful notebook that you're going to get 3, 4, 5 good years out of, maybe, depending on, how slow you want it to be.
Sure.
And the other thing is, too, like with the software, you don't get as obsolete anymore, because now you can use things like either Google Apps or Office 365, which is Microsoft's Office version, but cloud-based instead of having the software. So it's not going to be as obsolete as quickly if you do that.
That's smart. And the last question I have for you, we have a list of websites that are going to help parents out in terms of buying this technology. Which one do you recommend highly out of all of them?
If you're looking for hardware, I always like Tiger Direct. I've bought stuff from them for years. They're generally going to have the best prices, and I've never had any issues buying anything from them.
Tiger Direct. How cheap of a laptop can I get on there? Because my laptop now is like, 7 years old. That thing is slow.
You could definitely get something pretty good for less than $400, especially if you're going to get a bigger one. If you want the super slim, ultra lightweight ones, they're going to be a little more expensive.
Dave Hatter, man. Have a good weekend.
Thanks, Rob.
All right.